How's it going today, guys? Trucks and Water here, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we will be going over 3rd gen SR5 versus the new 4th gen 2024 to 2025 SR5. Mine is a 22, this is a 24. Huge shout out to Fox Toyota for loaning this out to me, as my work truck is in the shop, so I can do also a comparison video between the two. And we're going to be going over today, is it worth either upgrading from the SR5 of the previous generation to the new generation, or if you're a first-time Toyota Tacoma buyer, which one should you get? So before we get started, I am making a disclaimer real quick. This is not a comparison of the mods either on my truck. My truck is not stock. As you can see, it's lifted 3.5-inch kit and some other stuff done to it. This is trying to be more of an apples to apples comparison on which one you get. So starting off with my truck, this is the 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6. Made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Very known, very reliable, very known platform. The transmission has been known for gear hunting and clunkiness and all that stuff, so take in mind of that. Come over to the 4th gen, we got the new turbo 4-cylinder from the Lexus lineup, made to an 8-speed automatic transmission. These are known in the Lexus lineup to be pretty reliable. With my inside source at a Toyota dealership, with the cars coming in with this motor with 250-300,000 miles on it, no problem. With this new 8-speed automatic transmission, it makes it so much better to drive. It's so much easier to drive with the doesn't gear hunt and stuff like that. But those are the two differences. Moving on to the inside, we got a cloth interior in this one. You've got dual climate control in this one, Apple CarPlay non-wireless, so you have to plug it in, or you got to get a wireless adapter like I have. As you can see, dual climate control, full draft system right here, heated mirrors, 3 cup holders right here, cubby right there, the manual e-brake, not electronic, decent sized center console, and everything of that nature. You've got the steering wheel controls right here, you know, phone mode, volume, select music, menu, scroll through, your lane assist, radar, cruise control buttons, of course, you know, all that. And then analog gauges up here on top, a small LCD screen right here in the middle. In the back here, we got just a bench, no fold down center console in the seat, but we got 2 cup holders back here. No charging port though back here. Cup holders in the doors, you know, all that. Under seat storage all the way across. You got some right here, and of course going all the way across. With, if you pull these tabs on either side, you got back seat storage as well underneath behind the back seat, which is awesome. So that makes up for, of course, each truck does have a 5.5-foot bed. Nothing special about that. Mine does have LED lighting in the bed, but that was an aftermarket thought. I put that in there. Moving over to the 4th gen, the new one. You got Molly webbing in the doors, your window controls right here, mirror controls, all that. Cloth seat right here, but this is a dark gray one. As you can see, you got your tow haul select right here, your extra power, full drive shifters right here instead of up here like on the 3rd gen. Parking brake's electronic, cell phone holder, but in the upper trim models would be a also cell phone charger. Charging ports for your phone with a cigarette outlet charging port right there. Not dual climate control in this truck. Smaller screen than some of the other trim levels of the 4th gens, but wireless Apple CarPlay in this one. You got all your steering wheel controls right here. LED display up in here. More controls on this side. Bigger center console, but less cup holders. Nice little cubby hole right here. Grab handle, and all of that nature is that in this one. So going into the back seat, yes, you still have a flip-up seat, but it's not lockable storage, quote-unquote. Underneath, it's just open storage. You can put stuff across. And the same as for the back seat right here. You pull on the tab, and then you got backseat storage where also your tire changing stuff is back in here. But this one does come with, again, cup holders right here, a charging outlet for back here, which is very nice. No flip down center console right here, and then some more Molly web in the back with your window controls and all of that nature. Again, 5-foot bed, just like my 3rd gen, but no LED lights in the bed or the electronic charging ports in the bed like some of the upper trim models of these 4th gens. So I've been driving this truck pretty much this whole entire weekend. So let's go over what part of each truck I like the most. Starting with my 3rd gen, I love pretty much the interior more in the third gen, and here's why. So in the third gen, this has got electronic seats with, you know, the lumbar support, electronic seats back and forward, up and down. The passenger side does, but this side does. The fourth gen over there does not have electronic seats, and the truck costs more. You got more, I would say, quote-unquote storage in the center console area. The center console is a little bit bigger in the fourth gen, but all in all, you got more cup holders. Even though you have the manual e-brake, you got more cup holders, more cubby holes, and stuff like that. Another big thing, because for me and my wife, it's fantastic, is that this has dual climate control. That truck over there does not. So she can set her temperature to hot, I can set my temperature to cold, and we will be doing great. Yes, the screen is a whole lot bigger in the fourth gen, and if you get the wireless adapter for this, you got wireless Apple CarPlay anyways. Even if you get a third gen, you can still do that. Yes, that has an LED screen over there with not analog gauges on it, but that's not really a game changer for me. Also, if we go to the back seat, I do like the storage options better in the third gen. You got kind of lockable storage underneath all the way across, and it seems like the back seat storage is a little bit bigger in the third gen than the fourth gen. Especially when it comes to legroom. Now, the seat is where I normally sit when I am driving. I am 5'10", slender built guy. I have a lot more room back here than I do with the fourth gen. I have a lot more space in between my knees. So if we measure real quick, I've got about a good 3 inches right here. When we get out, if we measure from the back of seat to right about there, you got about 9 inches right there. Let's go over to the fourth gen and measure. Back in the fourth gen, again, the seat is where I'd be driving at. As you can see, not that much more legroom in the back. I've got maybe 2 inches, so about an inch less. Then if we get out and measure from back of seat, or back of this front seat to the back seat, I've got 7. So we lose 2 inches in the back seat here. And it's pretty, if you go back and forth between the two, it is pretty noticeable. And the underseat storage, they could have made this more lockable like the third gen. It'd been super easy to put a lid on this. And the behind the seat storage could be bigger like on the third gen. Now, that's what I like more about my third gen and the fourth. Now let's go to the fourth gen. What do I like about this truck more than my third gen? The fourth gen, I definitely has to be this power plant. This engine, the turbo 4-cylinder, made it to that 8-speed automatic transmission, makes this truck so much freaking fun to drive. This truck gets up and goes. There's no lagging. There's no like gear hunting or like hesitation. This thing just get up and goes. I absolutely love the way this truck drives. It is absolutely fantastic to drive. If you go from a third gen to a fourth gen, you will definitely notice the ease of merging on the interstate, cruising down through the interstate, how it holds gears. And I can't imagine how much better this thing tows than my third gen does. Even when it was stock, I remember driving this truck stock with the baby wheels on it, kind of like these wheels right here, but in black form. That it's a night and day difference. This drivetrain is absolutely fantastic. And I do like the fact on the interior, even though it is smaller, it doesn't have as many features for more money. I love the Molly webbing, the Molly things right here, because you can add accessories to this. Like I could put my Nerf blaster holster right here to hold my Nerf blaster, and all throughout the truck. And it just is a little bit more cleaner of a layout, but I don't know why they did not add dual climate control. That makes no sense to me, why they wouldn't add that to these trucks. That's like a standard feature and everything. Yes, it has more of the Toyota safety sense in this truck. The safety is a little bit better than the third gen over there, but that's the main difference in which two I would like to pick. So now comes the good part. Now, between the two trucks, which one would I pick? If you have a 19 and up SR5 Toyota Tacoma with, especially the 20 up to 23, with the Apple CarPlay, the dual climate control, all that full drive, I don't think you should necessarily upgrade to another SR5 new truck, and here's why. You have more features in this truck than you do in this truck. Unless you absolutely just cannot live without this power plant with the 8-speed automatic transmission and turbo 4-cylinder engine, then it is not worth the upgrade. I would stick with your SR5 third gen than going with the fourth gen. A lot more interior features, a lot more roomier. and everything of that nature. Now, look-wise, I love the way both of these trucks look. I love the way this one looks, and I love the way this one looks. So looks, it doesn't matter to me. Of course, this color, this underground color is fantastic. I absolutely love it. But interior-wise and the features on it, this truck has way more. Now, when they do a facelift on this truck or a model year, like a half model year update or whatever it's called, they may put more features in this truck. This might just be a first couple year offering. I don't know. But if you're wanting to jump up to a 4th gen, I would go with an upper trim of a TRD Sport, TRD Off-Road, something of that nature. You have a lot more features and stuff with the truck for the little bit more money, if not even the same money, depending on dealer incentives and stuff that are going on right now. Now, that being said, if you're a first-time Tacoma buyer and you're wanting to buy a Tacoma, I recommend, and you don't want to spend the money on an upper trim, I recommend the new SR5, and here's why. This new engine and transmission is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. If you go and drive one, like I said, if you've never driven a Tacoma before, you drove a 3rd gen, you drive a 4th gen, you will love the engine option and the transmission option in the 4th gen way more than the 3rd gen. It cruises better, it runs better, down the road doesn't gear hunt and stuff like that. Whereas the 3rd gen, yes, it's a bulletproof engine option. Like, you cannot kill these motors and these transmissions in this truck. But that being said, these are known to go quite a while in the Lexus lineup, so I don't doubt these are not going to be reliable motors. So that is my opinion, guys, on which one I would pick. Comment down below what you think. Which one would you go with, a 3rd gen or a 4th gen SR5? I want to know your comments down below on what you think, which one you should go with. If you like this video, leave a like. New to the channel, please subscribe to the Trucks and Water family. We're constantly growing, changing, and trying new and better things. I hope you all have a great day, and remember, never give up on your dreams.